All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Daniel Umstead. I am the host of the RNG Radio Show. So, no, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me this morning on the RNG Radio Show. If you haven't already noticed, what we discuss here on the RNG Radio Show was credit repair, real estate tips, resume writing tips to get you into your career, or some career tips to go along the way. And last but not least, hit you with some motivation so you can start your day and be proud of it. But hey, if you happen to check us out on YouTube, there should be an icon somewhere around here that goes over how to subscribe for more videos such as these. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow will actually be a full week of me actually doing this, so I'm very excited, But without further ado, let's get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start with Experian once again. So, with Experian, the first article that they talk about is how long does it take to repair your credit? How long does it take, Dan? You told me that once I start your program that I'm going to see results instantly. Ain't nobody said that. Nobody said that to anybody on this earth. The reason why nobody said that is because there's no guarantee on how long it might take to repair your credit. Now, through the program that I'm in, and I'll honestly say from personal experience, I saw results within a week. The reason why I saw results within a week is because I made some action steps to see those results within a week. So it just goes back to that, ladies and gentlemen. You got to figure out, what steps you need to take so you can see results, whether it's paying off a card, paying down a card, whether it's removing the collections that was listed on your card. All these things come into play. Now, if you're not the one that wants to be doing all that, if you're not the one who actually has a list of things that actually show you what you need to do to repair your credit, then hey, 267-702-3756. And the reason why I say that is that some people just want their time back. Some people just like, I don't feel like making calls. I don't feel like writing up these letters. I don't feel like going through as far as what I need to manage and move around in order to make this work. I just want it done. So with that, if you do want it done, 267-702-3756, I'd be more than happy to help you. But Experian, somebody had put up, how can I remove collections and late payments and repair my credit report? How long does it take? I would like to buy a house in 4 months. First off, backing everything up, it is possible to do these things. It is possible to get your credit where you need to get at within 4 months. But I want you to understand something, that everybody's situation is going to be different, just as everybody's social network is different from everybody else. So, and everybody's bills, everybody's social, so on and so forth and so forth and so forth. Might have some same birthdays, even same year. It's kind of creepy. But at the end of the day, everybody's going to be different. So what you apply for yourself is going to be completely different from everybody else when it comes to repairing the credit report. But if you want to get started, if you want to make a change today, hey, 267-702-3756. I would love to help you out. So now, Dan, how long will negative information appear on my credit report? Well, negative payment information such as collections and late payments will remain on your credit report for 7 years. Wow, Chapter 7 bankruptcies. Oh, didn't know about this. Chapter 7 bankruptcies remain for up to 10 years. Yikes. Oh, man. So they put down here, what can I do to repair it? And I've gone over this before, so if this is your first time checking out, I did discuss this. But, hey, your utilization rate, how much that you're using your credit card, your payment history. Have you been making payments? Because if you start making payments, you're not making the payments that you're supposed to, then it's going to go away. And then you're not going to see your credit score. It's going to be in the 300s. Oh, God. If you, listen, your credit score is in the 300s right now, please call me, 267-702-3756. Because the whole purpose, Experian wants you to do it because they know that maybe you maybe not do it. Hey, here's the information, but do you want to go through all this? Meanwhile, with me, hey, listen, you're going to get so much more than just simply getting your repair credit, because it is simple to fix your credit. By all means, you can spend a weekend, get everything you need to get done, make a plan, and knock it out. But how many of y'all got a free Saturday? If you got a free Saturday, let me know how you got a free Saturday. I'd love to hear that too. So please look at that when you're looking to repair your credit as far as a time factor. The other thing I wanted to point out, which is actually one of the services that we provide, is life insurance. Now, I don't know anybody that you may know of in regards to that knows how to do credit repair plus provide life insurance. Now, the life insurance, I'll be honest with you, goes up to $100,000. But imagine that, God forbid something happened to you. Mind you, while you're working on building up your credit, I don't think that a credit dispute letter that you draw up yourself is going to get you closer to actually getting life insurance. So up to $100,000, and it does take about 12 months for it to reach that number. But the moment that you start, the moment that you qualify and such, you're starting at $35,000. So that amount of money is part of your life insurance. Now, if you already got life insurance, hey, don't listen to me. I'm sorry. I just want to talk about one of the 14 free services and tools that is provided to you when you do credit repair. So again, pay attention to the factors that's going to be affecting your credit score. Whether you're doing credit checks, whether you're doing simply, I'm trying to think of the word here. Whether you're doing credit checks, whether you're doing credit monitoring and so forth, or even just simply looking at your payment history and all that. All these things are going to be affecting your credit, and all the things in the long run is going to either show a positive impact or a negative impact. You got to figure out what side of the coin that you want to be on when it comes to that. So, yeah, that's all I got for the credit repair. So again, 267-702-3756. I would love to hear from you so we can talk further. And now for the real estate. No. For the real estate, for those that aren't, this is what hurt me. I was talking to somebody. We had actually connected on Facebook, and he's pretty much in the same business as I am, providing financial literacy, helping people out, making sure that they grow, getting all the information that they need to do to become a better individual and better person through the program that he has to offer. So I had asked him, and good looking fellow, I ain't got no shame to say it, good looking fellow. And I was like, wow, man, I was like, I wonder if he's on LinkedIn, because we were talking about Facebook as far as connecting, blah, blah, blah. Oh, he was saying that if I have anybody that's not interested in the credit repair program, to send them over to me. So I was like, wow, this guy's really professional. He knows how to network and leverage. Cool. So I told him vice versa. I was like, hey, by the way, are you on LinkedIn? And he was like, not that much. What? What do you mean that you're not that much? All right. Well, hey, okay. And the reason why I say that is that if you're trying to brand yourself, you need to be on all free social media networking, and at least the main five, And the main five to me, this is just me. This is just me. This is part of me. Okay. This is for me and me only that I look at it. I look at YouTube. I look at Facebook. I look at Instagram. Of course, I looked at LinkedIn and Twitter. So for me, those 5 things to me are the most important ones that you should be on social media as far as making a brand name for yourself. And for the most part, what you can post on Instagram can be easily posted to Facebook as well as to Twitter. So that knocks out like 3 things. So 3 out of 5. I'm pretty sure there's a way that you can market to all of them. I don't know about YouTube. I don't know if you can just post a picture of yourself and call it a day. But you will need to do some type of video. But if you are able to do a video, such as the one that you're looking at right now, getting it up on YouTube, hey, you're good to go. So The reason why I brought up LinkedIn, because there's a 30-day free trial. I keep getting the pop-ups. 30-day free trial, 30-day free trial, 30-day free trial. And I'm like, all right, I'll give it a shot. But I wanted to look to see what the benefit was going to be. So I came across this article, Top Dog Social Media, and honestly, it just starts off, LinkedIn Premium benefits, is it worth the investment? So they go over 5 benefits. The first one is extended LinkedIn network access. Whoa, are you telling me that I could go from 100 to 105? Because for me, I'm like, extended LinkedIn network access. But I haven't even connected with the people that I'm currently connected with in my first and second degree and third degree connections. Now, for those that don't know about LinkedIn, they pretty much separated into different levels. So your first connection is pretty much because, let's say we have a mutual friend. I'm talking to you and we both know Paul. So I connected with Paul. You connected with Paul. Hey, we got a first degree connection. Second degree connections is typically Paul has a friend, Mark. Now, I don't know Mark, but you know Mark, but I want to connect to Mark. So Mark will be my second degree connection. Third degree connection is that Mark got a friend named Sally. Sally would be that third connection that neither me nor you know about, but we want to get connected through there because we both know Paul and Paul knows Mark and Mark knows Sally. Boom. So it goes along. It's if you ever heard of 6 degree what was it, 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, 6 degrees of separation, 6 degrees of separation. So the 6 degrees of separation, and they always use Kevin Bacon as an example, was that when you start with 1, it should be 6 degrees or less. That makes a connection. I remember I had did one with Method Man. This was a long, long time ago, and I forgot how I made the connection. I was like, that's impossible. And I also remember there was an article way back when, back when there was print media. The only thing that you saw was print media back in the oldest English times. Now it's probably about 10, 15 years back. But either way, the 6 degrees was pretty much like, hey, you start with this one person. How are they connected to this individual? So somebody in the music entertainment industry, of course, automatically, if you look at for those that like rap and hip hop, you look at Nas and Puff Daddy, it's like, well, how are they connected? Well, they did a song together. Oh, okay. Condolences to the Andre Harrell family. You can look at that. How is Nas connected to the great late former music producer Andre Harrell? Oh, Nas had worked with Diddy. Diddy came in through Andre Harrell. So there goes that 2 degrees. So, and I want you to understand this as far as my realtors in networking. Stop thinking that it's like, oh, well, I just have this neighborhood or I'm just closed in here. You're on social media. You need to be on social media, so you need to make those connections. There are so many people across this nation, across this world even, but and even more so within your own state, within your own city, that you have no idea what connections that you'll have just by simply reaching out to them. But here's my thing for my realtors. Do not simply just get on LinkedIn Premium to just say like, oh, hey, I can connect with this one, I can connect with that one. So that extended network is great, but how are you going to utilize it? How are you going to value it? Are you trying to build up your team when you connect with individuals? Are you trying to make more sales? Are you trying to show work? For me, I just want the world to figure out, or I should say the nation, I just want the United States to know that they can fix their credit. That's my goal. As far as for the world is concerned, I want people to understand the value that I provide, that I just want to help people. My goal in life is to create 1 million millionaires. Enough said. I figured that I hear so many people like, oh, I'm stuck on this, I'm stuck on that. The credit repair was a great start, and even now on LinkedIn is a great start. So back to the benefits, because I know I kind of extended there. InMail. Now, InMail is one of those things where it's like, hey, I want to send a direct message to somebody, but I have no way of connecting with them. So let's throw out a crazy example. I want to connect with Bill Gates, but I can't connect with Bill Gates because we have nothing in common, nor can I actually get a message out to him any way, shape, or form. But with InMail, if you want to send a message directly to someone you are not connected to and with whom you don't share a group, you must send them an InMail. Now, there's different levels to the LinkedIn Premium, and understand this is a 30-day free trial. Now, certain levels you get 5 starting off, you get 10, 15, 20, what have you. But imagine those 5 connections, that you make to get to where you need to be at, and make sure you got some heavy hitters. Don't be trying to connect with somebody that was out on the West Coast that was a recruiter that you thought was looking cute, like, I'd be able to highlight that one. Let her know that I got email, boom, boom, back, and send it over. So, and you got to think too, you're looking at a Twitter post, or I should say 2 Twitter posts when you are sending it. You can't go no more than 250, 300, is it? Can have only 300 characters. InMail is a little bit longer. So with InMail, so on your typical request, I think it's up to 250, 300 words that you could send out. And who's looking to read a whole 1,900 character paragraph? For me, when I connect out with people, greetings, their name. I see we have some mutual interest. Looking forward to connecting with you in the near future. And that's it. That's all I put. But with InMail, especially for those heavy hitters, the ones with the do, re, mi, definitely by all means, this InMail would be effective, especially if you're trying to make a big sale or trying to get somebody's attention. So InMail message can have up to 200 characters in the subject line and up to 1,900 characters in the body of the message. This can make it easier for you to explain why you're reaching out. So it's not just simply, but like I said, ladies and gentlemen, if you're trying to hit those big heavy hitters, or trying to get to that level and to that point, by all means, keep it simple. The InMail is going to be beneficial if you're trying to do a presentation, but on the other flip coin of it is like, hey, less is more. You just want to initially reach out, because the moment that you reach out, the moment that you guys are connected, boom, the world explodes. So for those that don't know who Dan Pena is, I would definitely highly recommend looking him up. I, for blankety blank and giggles, decided to reach out to him on LinkedIn, thinking I'm like, this is nothing. I'll just reach out and say like, hello, Mr. Dan, looking forward to meeting with you. Love all your videos, blah, blah, blah. Call it a day. So he responded back. Yes, Dan Pena had responded back, and he pretty much hit me left and right as far as what I need to work on and stop BSing and move forward. It's like, hey, you got the connection, utilize it for what it is and move forward. But that one connection is not showing future results. That one connection is not showing, hey, you're going to be going here because you need this connection. You need to figure out how to leverage those connections and make it happen. All right. So who's viewed my profile? Sometimes you get those ones that say like anonymous user, or this person that's in the food and sales industry had checked out your profile, yada, 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 yada. So that's all well and good and everything like that. But here's the thing. The people that say like, oh, I'm just a member in the food and sales industry, maybe they are the ones who set that profile. They're the ones who said that when I'm looking at somebody's profile, I just want them to see this. For me, I don't want you to know I'm stalking your page, because here's the thing. On mine, when you go to mine and actually look, it's going to say host of the RNG radio show, credit repair specialist with FBS, resume writer, and realtor as well. Not experienced yet. We getting there though. We getting there. But those are the things that's going to be. But yeah, when you do have a LinkedIn Premium, you can definitely see who has viewed your results. And then you get a nice little shiny badge. So when you're able to actually show that you're LinkedIn Premium, you're able to put on there, or they actually do put on there, that you have a gold badge. So instead of it being the background of the in part of LinkedIn to be blue, it will now be gold. So now you are gold, because I love gold. I love gold. Oh, look at it. It's so good. It's so pretty. Look at the gold. Have you ever seen the gold before? It's so beautiful. 24 karat. No, I'm kidding. I was trying to do the Austin Powers. That just didn't work at all. I'm good on a couple. On a couple of impressions. I'm good on a couple, but not all. And then LinkedIn Learning. LinkedIn Premium gives you access to more than 13,000 courses created by industry experts on LinkedIn Learning and lynda.com. So that's great. That is awesome. So does Coursera. They provide free courses. So does Khan Academy. They provide free courses. Indeed actually provides skills tests that you can actually add to your resume. If you go on YouTube right now, you can check out some audiobooks. So I know that it seems like, well, Dan, you talked about LinkedIn Premium and how beneficial it is, but it seems like you're going backwards with it as well. No, here's my thing. I need you to understand what your research is as far as how you try to utilize it and how you try to make it beneficial for yourself. Because if the only thing that you're doing is just going on there and saying like, hey, I just want people to see my profile. Who that? Yeah. Yeah. What is that cute recruit I was trying to check out? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. All right, I'm done for today. It's not going to be beneficial, but if you're actually adamant, if you're actually trying to make those connections, if you're actually trying to get your face out there, if you're actually trying to connect with individuals that's going to make you that sale, that's going to get that funding for your business to alleviate you and get you to where you need to be, and by all means, utilize LinkedIn Premium. But above all, if you're not on LinkedIn, get on LinkedIn. And so that is that segment. I wanted to go over. Oh, by the way, as soon as I did LinkedIn Premium, I was actually able to connect with somebody who's going to be checking out the video tonight on with the credit repair. So just an example. But yeah, now I wanted to go over for my resume writing the 5 career tips that you need to hear. This is also going to be a fun one that I love. The first one was focus on professional success before looking for happiness in your career. So a lot of people get themselves beat up, especially during these times. It's like, what? I got my salary cut. I'm not working as many hours as I'd like to because they cut that. So how am I supposed to be successful then if I can't even build? Take that, as far as what you can be working on to make yourself a success. Because the moment that you do that, you're going to find happiness and stop thinking negative. I was doing the same thing. Trust me. And I'll probably do it later on today. I'll probably do it tomorrow. I'll be like, oh my gosh, this job. Because for those that follow me, I get a lot of PSAs. The PSAs are public service announcements that I do on what you should and should not do with the resume or applying for a job. I had somebody who had asked me, hey, I wanted to know in regards to what's your email address that I should be emailing to? You just email me though. What? Why? So things like that frustrate the crap out of me because I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. You don't know the email address, the email that you sent me. You don't know what my email is. Okay. All right. Okay, cool. So, but taking back from that, there's going to be some good with the bad and some bad with the good. So for me, for myself, I need to be like, woosah and move forward. And I suggest that you do the same. Find the good, find the professional success, because ultimately, hey, if you're still working right now in a time like this, and above all, when we look back a year, 2 years from now, or even a decade from now, you look back and appreciate like, wow, I'm glad I had a job during that time. Or I'm glad that, things were going okay for me, that I wasn't struggling. You got people trying to figure out what they're doing today as far as eating. They probably got a bigger house than what you're living in and not sure how they're going to afford to pay the bills because either they got laid off or the business is going down the crapshoot. So be thankful and be blessed for what you have in your life right now, so that way that you can move forward and be happy for your life. Number 2, I really shouldn't say this. Stop being loyal to your company. Stop making it like your bestie, like your friend. I'm not saying that you need to go into the job and just be like, you know what? F you, forget you. I've been hating your ass from the beginning. I don't even know why I even like to look at you because you're ugly. You're just ugly. No, I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that stop giving them 2,000% on a daily basis. Stop, working additional hours that could be towards your family and towards your time. Now, if there's something that's major that needs to get done, then by all means get it done. But don't think that it's like, oh, well, if I do this extra effort, or if I work really, really hard, or if I get these emails out, or if I get this project done 2 weeks before it's supposed to get done, they're really, really going to like me. No, all they're going to do is smile and be like, you just made me money more faster than I thought. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Hey, how about this? I should have a quarter for you. Oh, I don't have a quarter, but you still got a job. So thanks so much. We appreciate you. All right, stop being loyal to your company. I'm not saying don't do your job, But what I'm saying is stop doing 1,000% of your job. And the other thing about it is as well, and I need you to think about this for yourself. If you're willing to do 1,000% plus for your job, 200%, whatever it is that you want to put as far as a number figure that you're doing better, why don't you do it for yourself? But why don't you put that effort into yourself? Because once you do that, you're on your way. Number three, for those that are looking for a career, treat your job hunt like a career. Hey, get yourself up at 8 o'clock in the morning, whatever it is. Drink some coffee, tea, water, have an apple, what have you, and say, hey, from 8 to 9, I'm going to do this. 9 to 9:30, I'm going to be reaching out. For those that are looking for a job, the LinkedIn Premium is beneficial as far as trying to get your face in front of top recruiters. And, space it out. Don't do 5 in-mail messages on that same day. Hey, spread them out once a week on Monday. Bam, here's my message. Because the whole thing about it is that, especially during these times, if a company is hiring, that traction is going. Because you got to think, a lot of places are losing employees because the employees have been making more money while being on employment than they are actually going to work. And less headache as well. Imagine, if you will, somebody who's waking up at 9 o'clock and saying, all right, what do I need to focus on today? I could look for a job. I could watch TV. Could read a book. I'm okay because my check for unemployment is coming tomorrow. Oh, okay. The other person, oh man, I gotta get up. I gotta focus on work. I gotta get this. I gotta get that done. So the comparison of the apples and oranges, if you will, is that you have ones that are going to be motivated and actually have a set schedule. The others are going to be like, I can do it when I want to do it. So, but if you treat your job hunt like a career, you will definitely get there much faster. Just be prepared for that return phone call for you. Number 4, learn how to read people. I'm going to read this because, if you want to succeed in your career, then you need to learn how to read people and determine who you can depend upon and who you can't. Now, the reason why I say reading people and the reason why I pointed out that tip is that you have to understand who's got your best interests at heart. When people are actually taking the time to help you build, help you grow. I talked about my brother from another mother, Jerome H. Lewis Jr., has always been supportive from, well, I shouldn't say from day one. We got a story about that one, but maybe I could get him on the radio show and talk it. But, when you got somebody like that, like him in your life, pushing you, making sure that you get ahead, then you want to hold on to that. There's going to be some people that want to get you ahead in order to bring you back down. Like, hey, man, no, you good. You busted your ass. You busted your behind, didn't you? Look at you. I knew he was going to happen. I knew he was going to fall. Oh, man. No, I knew you could do it. It's just when you fell, I was like, there he goes. Same old dance, falling again. And it's like, damn, I thought you had my back. And I got your back. So be mindful as far as who's actually pushing you in the right direction and who wants to push you to see you fall. All right? Last one. I know this is going to be a killer one, especially during a time like this. Please don't be afraid to get fired. A lot of people, and I say this because, I have personal experiences throughout my 36 years in life. I've had personal experiences where I've lost a job. I got fired from a job. I got fired from a job because I thought I was being slick and I thought I was cool, too cool for school. And honestly, I was in school at the time. I was working at TJ Maxx. For those who know, TJ Maxx is like Marshall's, Ross, department store. Gabes. It's also similar to Gabes. Well, I call it Gabes, but it's Gabe's. But it's a department store. They sell clothes, items, knickknacks, paddywhacks, give it up phone. But I was in college and I was like, hey, you know what? I really don't need y'all. And the manager was like, well, we was about to let you go anyway. Because, listen, I had this fine young thing, my real, probably second real girlfriend. And I say that, I know y'all are thinking like, real? This man be playing with dolls before it was considered dolls? I say second real girlfriend because I had my first one during my first year and then my second one. So I definitely wasn't partying like everybody else, I definitely was looking for love at a young age. But so because of that love, my love block logic of that when you work, you get paid. I was like, nah, I don't need that. I don't need that at all. I got this refund check of $900. That's going to last me till December anyway. Yeah, okay. There's future. So, but long story short, I've been through quitting. I've been laid off. That hits, man. That hurts. When you get laid off, especially in the time right now, when you get laid off, it hurts. You know, you feel like you've been defeated. You feel like your life has been stripped away from you. What I want you to understand is that the resources that you have in front of you, the resources that you have right now, compared to back then, I swear, compared to back then, is so much more grand and so much more exposed. You know, you can connect with individuals across the globe. I was talking to somebody that I used to work with that lives in the Philippines, for crying out loud. That's because, by the way, I got a book on the way, couple of them, but I need help as far as dictation. So I was looking at the Philippines to hire a virtual assistant to type it up for me, and then I could go back and edit it based upon my videos that I have on YouTube. I don't know why I'm keeping it a secret now, but it is eventually coming. No, but yeah, seriously, definitely I am looking at a book on the way because the opportunities are so vast and grand out here. But I wanted you to understand that it's like, hey, if you get fired, bounce right back. You can bounce right back. It might not be in the field that you want. It might not be in the career that you want. But then you got to look at yourself and say, well, what do you want to do? What do you want to become? What do you want to achieve to out of life? Where do you see yourself in 5, 10 years? What I don't want to, and I don't mind saying this, I don't want to see myself at my current employer because I've seen the people at the current employer. And the reason why I say this is because we had somebody who was there at the company, and this was a hard-hitting thing. As somebody who was there at the company for 20 years, and he just got dropped down 2 positions, just like that. It wasn't even like, hey, let's talk about it. Hey, let's discuss it. No, just like that, he was dropped down 2 positions because of everything going on. And I'm like, wait, 20 years of you working, 20 years of you waking up every day, 20 years of you going at it, going hard, 110%, and this is what they give you? No, no, and no. So if you see that as reality, hey, that's fine. I'm not knocking you. If you see that, hey, listen, I just want a nice job that's going to take me into retirement, and then once I retire, I'm good to go, and I'm fine with $250,000 or 100,000 in the bank, and I'm good to go. Hey, listen, that's cool beans. But what I don't want you to do, what I don't want you to look at is say to yourself like, well, I don't want to lose my job. You're going to bounce back if you push yourself to bounce back. If somebody fires you or if they let you go and you're like, I got fired now, I have no idea what to do now. Take advantage of the opportunity and the time that's in front of you. And going into that, for my motivation of the day is to be consistent. I said I was looking for something to discuss today, and one of the people who got recently promoted within the credit repair company, his name is Billy D. Scott. I forget, he's senior blankety blank VP. I wasn't sure if it's regional, senior VP, but he is past his VP level status. And what he was talking about was consistency. Consistency is key. The reason why consistency is key is because that if you wake up every single day at a certain time and you stick with it on a daily basis or even just a consistent basis. See, a lot of people think consistency means something that you need to do daily, something that you need to do, on a daily basis, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Excuse me. All of this needs to get done. All of this needs to get done right. And it's like, no, that's not the case. That's not what consistency is. Consistency is just sticking to something and making sure that you move forward with it. For myself, I was not being consistent when I was doing my podcast. I was not being consistent as far as making sure that I had the right material ahead of me. I was not being consistent with how the whole podcast was supposed to go. I was not being consistent with the videos. I was not being consistent as far as advertising, marketing for it. So because I was not being consistent, the views, and then, outlook of it was diminishing down. So I needed to change that. I needed to find something that was going to be consistent for me. I needed to find something that was going to keep me on a daily track. And I was like, oh my gosh, damn, host your own radio show. And this is why we have it here today. So, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, do whatever it takes to get you to where you need to be at with your goals, and ultimately stay consistent. If it's something that you need to do once a week, if it's something that you need to do twice a week, set the time, set the date in order to make it happen, and do whatever it takes to make it happen. And ultimately, last but not least, stay blessed, my fellow millionaires, and have a great day. Thank you.